It's not the coaching, dude.
The kitchens is horrible. They stink, man.
It's the fact they don't put their star player on the field.
I know,
man.
right? They don't even throw the ball to OBJ. Oh, this is the stupidest team I've ever seen.
I would not throw the ball to that dude either.
Did you see those shoes?
Hey.
Wait.
Good game yesterday.
The Browns are a good team.
Yeah, they showed a lot of heart, man. A lot of heart.
Game yesterday.
It was very
That was
close.
close.
You guys actually have a shot.
Yeah. They're there. They're right here. They're right here. Right
Looking
here.
at the playoffs. So wild cards in your future.
Mayfield.
Did you really see those shoes that he was wearing, man? That was so freaking funny.
Proud.
How the heck did he get on the field with that?
I wouldn't throw that dude the ball either.
And then that mustache. Did
What
you
kind of last name is Kitchens?
You would know.
That's good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Reality Football with Keith and Coop. As far as I know, I'm Keith.
I'm still Coop.
Yep, that means it's a good show then. What's going on, dude?
I don't know if it's a good show, but we're here.
All right, Road Dog. What a week we had, huh?
Good week for football.
Good week for football. We came off a really great show last week. We were down in Canton with my nutty nephew, and as you can see, we are not draped in Dallas apparel. Unfortunately, we're in a Cleveland Browns house. That's even worse.
It's Dallas night.
Yeah, oh my gosh, we just can't wear. Well, listen, we were like really excited because, as always, there are just new changes happening with reality football. We got some great additions to the show. We'll talk about in a little bit.
We got some additions.
The
jury's out on.
Yeah, great. Yeah, let me take that word "great" out. I mean, we just got some additions. We'll figure that rest out later. But speaking of that addition, you want to tell them about the...
All right, well, we're making some changes here. We did some things here over the course of this first season. Trial and error. A couple of things that we
still
tried
trying,
to do
still error.
really well.
Yeah.
A couple of the errors that we liked that we brought back.
It's an error.
Our buddy Skinner was gracious enough to have us come and shoot the show at his place one week.
It's kind of like, a band having to hire a singer because he's the only one with a PA.
Right.
We needed his house. So
Well, in all fairness, we've been shooting this show at a different location every week. People that have watched the show, that have invited us to come and shoot there, it's worked out really nice.
Really nice.
One of the things that we did like, though, was the dynamic that we had with Skinner and with Fisher.
Right.
And we're actually going to incorporate both of them, bring them into the show a little bit. So we asked Mike to come back in here. We're going to have Mike come on the weeks going forward with an actual segment of the show devoted to his own
unique brand of humor. Might be a lot of bleeps and...
We'll call it that. Just keep the button ready to go. Censor that out.
So in case you guys don't remember, Fisher and Skinner are high school friends of ours. Well, four of us have been together since high school, through card games and...
I was hoping you were going to say through thick and thin.
Yeah, I know. Really? That's where we're going? All right. I see the gloves are off already.
It's going to be one of those kind of nights.
But we've experienced it all together. Card games, weddings, funerals, children, football games. And it just makes sense that the four of us would just be together and finish the season off on this show. So, without further ado...
Speaking of card games, let's deal him in.
Deal him in.
Mike Skinner.
Mike Skinner, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
Welcome back to your house.
Yes,
welcome back to my house.
You drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, right. No, it's great to be here again, guys. We had a special thing we've had that for many
Feels
years.
right, doesn't it?
It does. It feels right.
It just makes sense.
This is home to you guys, just like it is to us.
Absolutely. And it's really awesome because, not just is Mike Skinner here, but, it's the whole family is here, man. And, I mean, just beautiful people. Look at them. I love them.
Oh, God.
Hey, shut up back there. You're trying to do a show. But anyway, I do love them. No, really.
So Mike actually is part of our show, part of our cast now. He's not the guest.
He's not the guest.
You want to introduce our guest tonight?
Yes, I would love to introduce this guest tonight. Very special guest, especially to me.
All right, a little thick, but go ahead.
He's came all the way from the left coast. He sports his Browns gear in Seahawk territory.
Yeah,
He lives out in Seattle, Washington with his girlfriend, and I'm very, very proud to call him my son.
I know you are.
Mikey Jr. Come
All
on.
right, Mike.
And this too.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Let's have some fun tonight with this.
Tell him I don't get up.
Yeah, he doesn't get up for guests.
Especially when they wear that stuff.
Hey, you know what?
Hey,
It would be one day.
The only thing that this guy will actually get up for besides a bucket of chicken is the rapture. So don't feel too bad.
Wow! Wow, the funny thing about that, he was dead accurate. Please, what's up, Mikey?
I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to
My
have
first
you.
time on the show. Should be a good time.
It should be a good time. You look great, man.
I just wish I wasn't looking at a picture.
How you think I feel?
This looks beautiful.
I love having these guys across from me.
Yeah, we're just,
We'll
as long as
see
we're
how
not
this
in
goes.
this crossfire, we're good.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
That's why they put you over there, right?
Mm.
All right.
Oh, we put you over there
Okay, all right.
so you can exit out quick. So I see you muscled up a little bit since last time we spoke.
A
Yeah.
little bit, trying to,
Okay. Well, why don't you tell the people about yourself a little bit and what you've been doing?
All right, so I grew up here in Akron, just like I think all of you three, right? Everyone else grew up here in Akron?
Yeah.
Decided to move out to the left coast, as he called it, and try something different. Yeah, a lot of fruits, definitely, no doubt about that. I moved out there, tried something a little different, met a beautiful girl out there, and just living life, going to school, working hard, all the fun stuff, and still rooting for the Browns.
All right.
As depressing as it is every week, I still do it.
Listen,
I still do it.
we're
Does she know
going to
you
try to
brought
go
that
to
other
See,
girl with
at
you?
least she knows. No, see, that's the thing. Because I'm a Browns fan, she knows I'm loyal. So.
Oh, that's
Think about
good.
it, yes.
But she also
She
knows
knows.
she'll never get a ring.
Oh.
So, I don't know. Patini, I got one in too. Well,
I'm ready to talk some football.
we're going to talk some football.
Let's do it.
Coop, take it away, buddy.
All right. Well, actually, we had scheduled to do an opening monologue with Keith Porter this evening,
Oh, well,
and well, hang on, because we ran so long with our introductions that the opening monologue that we had on the schedule here, I want to just jump past this and go straight into our Hot Five tonight. So you want to tell the people what the Hot Five are?
Let's go. Okay, the Hot Five is when Coop picks what he deems as the hottest 5 games of the week for whatever reason. It could be because of the matchup. It could be because something significant happened in the game, whatever. And we discuss those games. We just give a little bit of opinion. I do, and then we have our guests weigh in. And it's going to be an interesting Hot Five this week.
Okay, well, some of these that are in the Hot Five typically are because they're significant to us locally.
Mhm.
Okay, either it has something to do with your Steelers, my Cowboys,
Mhm.
the local Browns, something like that. So this week we don't have a Cowboys update. They're playing this evening, so
playing this
we'll
evening.
figure that one out next time around. But we definitely do have some Steelers to get into.
Absolutely. A star,
I
baby.
threw that out there first. So Steelers took on the Colts, came out with the W.
Okay, so
Yeah, I got
listen.
lucky.
I want to tell you guys about my new hero, Samantha Ponder on ESPN. I love her. So she's on the show with Randy Moss, Rex Ryan, what's the old quarterback? Him and his brother play. You know what I'm talking about, bald-headed guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do their picks every week.
Hasselbeck.
Hasselbeck, right?
Yeah.
She's like number 2 in the picks. And when they called 2 most important games, I wouldn't say most important, but they called 2 big games last week, or a couple days ago, yesterday. And they called the Steelers and the Colts game. Everybody picked the Colts. Oh, they went off about, the quarterback, the kicker, blah, 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 blah. She says, yeah, I understand all that, but you know what? I'm rolling with Pittsburgh, man. Because they're on fire. Then the other game she called, they picked the Patriots and the Ravens. Oh, Belichick, the second-year quarterback, he's blah, blah, this, he's this and that. She goes, yeah, that's fine, but I'm running with the Ravens. She was right on both counts. And if you would have told me that a Steelers-Colts game would have came down to an Adam Vinatieri kick, I would have said, well, we lost. But we didn't.
It didn't come down to an Adam Vinatieri kick. It came down to a Rigoberto Sanchez. Yeah.
Give a show what it came down to.
This is what it came down to, right? It came down to an Ace Ventura play, right? Come on,
Listen,
man.
we'll take it. A win is a win is a win. First of all, let's give credit to
Ray
management,
to
Ray
Ray Finkel.
Finkel. Let's give credit to management. for picking up Minka Fitzpatrick from the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
Great addition.
He's a great
2
safety.
interceptions last week, 96-yard interception for a touchdown yesterday. Dude is paying dividends. Everybody said he's not worth the first-round pick. Huh. He's better than a first-round pick. Also, the defense is number 2 in takeaways in the league behind New England. I don't know if you know that or not. So we are quietly moving ahead. Rudolph, a little bit under 200 yards, a touchdown, 1 pick. It was a stupid pick. But Pittsburgh's going to be all right.
Since, number 2.
What do you got to say,
take
Mr. Browns fan?
Take away your
I have to say,
rims, take
you
away-
guys got lucky that you got Minka Fitzpatrick out of the fish tank
That's
because
not
he was going to be a great safety regardless. But now that he's actually with the, I'm not going to say quality team, a subpar quality team, he might actually have a chance. So, and you got that new linebacker from Michigan. He's turned out to
Absolutely.
be a stud.
Something good came
I
out of
wanted
Michigan.
Cleveland to draft him, but we traded our first-round pick for
Yeah.
Beckham, and well, we'll see how that goes.
Let me ask you guys something. Who does Fitzpatrick remind you of?
You can't say. You can't say
Palomalu.
no,
Yeah,
no,
oh,
no,
yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
say
I can
that.
I can say you can't.
He plays more of a free safety. He's more, but I guess it's
All
fine.
right. All right.
Need some hair.
I think
He's
he's
a
got
little bit more.
still some shoes to fill with that, but
Yeah, I mean, it's been, what, 4 games, 3 games?
he's on his
I don't
way,
think he
though.
can hit
yeah.
that hard though. He can't hit that hard. yet.
Remains to be
He's
seen.
a little weak, so we'll see.
Remains to be seen.
Okay, so it is the Hot 5. Okay, we got 4 more to get through.
All right. Well, let's move
All right,
along.
So, Browns Broncos game here.
Okay.
Hang on, before you jump in here, because I know you got something to say.
Yes, I do.
I just want to say that this game, and I'm not piling on, but this game, the facts are this was the nail in the coffin of Browns fan season. 2019 is done. It is. I mean, you just
It's
got to
over.
come to the reality.
It's a failure.
There's
Yeah.
still going to be some people out there that want to keep hope alive, but I mean, by and large, you got to realize at this point that it's time to get into the smack shop at our friends at Bad Latitude and get that wait till next year T-shirt while they're still on sale.
I totally agree. And I really can't go into the game like I want to because I found out that all my points on the game are part of your rant. So
That had nothing to do with what I did,
But all I can say is Freddie Kitchens is getting out coached every single game. It is very, very obvious. The second thing is you got Odell Beckham Jr. out there making the most ridiculous catches, and you throw them, 6 times? Use your playmakers.
Right.
You will never win like they're playing football. Everybody's like, wait till Kareem Hunt get there. Why? Chubb is running his butt off, and you still can't close the deal. But I will let our resident Browns expert here.
I want to know why you have an opportunity to get a 2-yard first down and you don't even have Chubb in the
Oh
game.
my gosh!
Get me
Dude,
started.
coaching.
Get me
Go
started.
ahead, take it
Please.
away, Mikey.
Give
All
the
right, there's a
Browns.
lot to say about this. First, I'm not going to admit that it's a nail in the coffin. We still got 8 games left, and if we win every game,
True
we're
Browns
10-6.
fan.
10-6, and we are working our way towards the wild card. Anyways, no. To get started, I want to first start about your point. I think I actually put on Twitter in the middle of the game, I said, if I see Dontrell Hilliard out on a 3rd and short one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. Pretty sure I told him I'm going to run up and down the road screaming my head off and saying, let's leave Freddie in Denver. But he's a first-year coach. He was only a running backs coach last year, so maybe we should give him slack. Should we get no?
That's what I said
hard to
last
say.
week. Give him some time.
But he's
get
made
him help.
so many
hang
decisions.
Hang on, get him help. He needs other people to make some of those decisions.
Right, like
I'm
Todd
not,
Monken.
I'm not saying tear the whole thing apart, throw it away.
Right.
Give them the help that he needs.
Right.
Let him focus on specific things. And for God's sake, let's just keep a quarterback for a couple years in a row.
Right. The problem I have, though, so some people are saying, well, let's take the play calling away from Freddie Kitchens. The problem is they brought in Todd Monken from Tampa Bay, used to run the air raid system back in college, had Jameis Winston and Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing for 400 yards a game last year, right? They have Todd
True.
Monken in there at offensive coordinator who should be calling the plays if they're saying Freddie should give it up. But Freddie got the job because of the plays that he called.
Right,
Because
and he
he
should have left
opened
well enough
for
alone.
weeks
Greg Williams
8.
should have still be the head coach.
He kind of looks like a clown for the Jets, but maybe that's another. At this point, it's hard to disagree with you. But the Browns had the number 2 offense by DVO metrics by Football Outsiders from weeks 8 through 16 after Freddie Kitchens took over calling plays. So he got the job because Baker Mayfield loves him and because he was a great play caller. He had very creative
So
schemes
different from head coaching.
and all that has nothing to do with head coaching.
Right, nothing.
So the question is, they say, well, Freddie shouldn't call plays. Maybe the Browns would get better. Well, he's can't do the other stuff very well. So should Todd Monken or Steve Wilkes, who was a head coach last year, should he be more of the head coaching role while Freddie Kitchens calls the plays, or should Freddie Kitchens try to become a head coach, which he's never done before, or focus on calling plays, which is where his positives and where his actual strengths as a coach were, and that's why he got the job.
I want your dad to weigh in, but let me just say this real quick. You don't bring in a first-time head coach with the outstanding personalities like Odell Beckham Jr., and you already got Landry.
Yep.
You know, you need an experienced coach, somebody who knows what they're doing.
Right.
Williams had their respect. You know, he was a perfect coach for Odell. But you mess with it on reputation alone for what happened in New Orleans.
And yeah, and if you remember in training camp, Odell basically said how much he hated him because he found out that he was coaching the Browns, or someone, I forget who was, told them to attack him.
Right, but I bet he would have flourished under him, though.
What
do you think?
How many coaches did they actually bring in to look at before Freddie?
I mean, they had the one that they said for the Rooney Rule, and then they had the offensive coordinator for the Vikings came in. Stefanski? I can't pronounce his name.
There was the phantom interview with Williams that I know of as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't disagree with my son, unfortunately.
Crazy with him.
Well, no, I mean, what he says is spot on. You got Freddie Kitchens. He is a first year coach. He's going to have ups and downs, but he's making mistake after mistake, and it's not different mistakes each week. He's making the same mistakes week after week after week. You got 4th and goal at the 1 yard line. Why is Chubb not in there? Why are your playmakers not in there? You've got OBJ sitting on the sidelines and Chubb sitting on the sidelines. They run it Hilliard off the left guard and they got stuffed at the line. Turnover on butt downs. They tried to run Baker on a quarterback sneak, 4th and 1. Where was Chubb? On the sidelines. Now, they got hosed on that call. They didn't give him his forward progress, but that's another point for another time.
That call didn't break that game.
But the problem is that he keeps making same mistake week after week after week.
And it's the same old story.
Okay, hey, I gotta wrap the Browns up here.
All right, come on, buddy.
We gotta move on. This is a big one. Ravens Patriots.
Ravens Patriots. You know what? Oh my goodness! I felt like the last election. Lesser of two evils. You know what I'm saying? It's like I did not want Trump to be in office, but I wanted Trump to be in office, so Hillary couldn't be in office. You know, I was rooting for the Patriots for the simple fact the Steelers would have been one game behind, obviously, but it felt good to see somebody smack them in the mouth for once. You know, physical football. They were bragging about their 8-0 record, but look who they played. Their combined record.
Dude,
it was ridiculous.
Lamar Jackson is sick.
He is really sick, dude. There's no answer for it.
That's our MVP right there.
And the only thing that's going to happen is a good hit.
If he could throw the ball.
We were talking about
Hey,
Russell Wilson.
listen.
He can't throw very well.
I had to be the first one to apologize. When that guy got picked, I said the Ravens are making a huge mistake. This guy cannot make NFL throws. Hey.
Hey, LJ
I think he'll
versus
be good
Russell
for a year or
Wilson.
two. But.
Boy, I really,
LJ versus what do you think?
I don't know, man. This
Right now,
He's basically a scrawny Russell that's way less accurate. I think he could maybe turn into a Russell Wilson if he can put some weight on and actually take some hits.
less accurate.
But
Take that way out of there. I disagree with Way. The guy's making some good throws, man.
He's made a few. He's had a few, but he's also had a lot of games where he's been.
when
He rarely
Russell
goes over
Wilson
300.
beats the Patriots, we'll revisit this conversation.
Yeah, exactly. When you don't throw an interception on the goal line in the Super Bowl, right?
He had the best running back in football,
All
but
right.
that's years ago, you know.
Let's move on because this next one is another upset while we're on the subject here. Chargers-Packers, okay? It wasn't just an upset. This was a big 26-11.
This is easy to call.
Okay.
Chargers could not lose another one.
it wasn't even that close.
It wasn't.
But if I told you
in the
last week
fourth
Phillip
quarter.
Rivers beats Aaron Rodgers,
We wouldn't have believed you.
no.
No way.
Not with the
No.
way Aaron's been playing.
And I think that's why
He was
this
an
game
MVP.
didn't surprise me. They were due for a loss. Chargers were due for a win. I wasn't shocked about this at all.
Okay, but
You
the
weren't
reason,
shocked at all?
Not at all.
regardless of the outcome, the reason that this
Bosa,
one,
Ingram. Oh no.
I put this one on here because this is significant. It's significant for a division title race because with this win, and you got a questionable Mahomes,
My homeboy.
the Chargers stayed in the hunt all of a sudden.
Yeah, a little
Right?
bit.
They
A little
really
bit,
did with
sure.
that win. And then meanwhile, the Packers have Minnesota one game back on their heels.
Yeah.
And with a loss.
Another reason it doesn't surprise me.
So now we're at midway point of the season, and some things are still up in the air. If that game goes the other way, that's kind of putting more of a statement out there, kind of like what I said with the Browns. You know, when obviously you're still keeping hope alive here, but when you look at where they are and what they do with Denver, if they came out and manhandled Denver, I'd say yeah, absolutely. Sky's the limit. There's a possibility that they can get that last.
Especially when you look at the remaining schedule, they play
no
one.
Right, and so when you look at the schedules, what's left out there right now, that game actually mattered. You know, so we're midway point of the season, and that's significant.
Yeah, it's significant. All right.
Okay, last one, and I put this on there because, well, two reasons.
I told you to.
You told me to.
One
And the
reason.
other one is, I know at some point I got to give a shout out to your Wobblehead sister.
Oh,
So,
gosh.
hi Pam and your 49ers. But, okay, so what? The Niners won a game that they're supposed to win. They played a team that was, what, 2 and...
Right.
Whatever.
And I don't even want to
3-5.
talk about the 49ers, okay?
But they barely won.
They're good,
They
okay?
barely beat Arizona.
And,
Right.
you know, the other Bosa brothers,
He's a stud.
we're
this year.
representing OH.
Yes.
I-O, baby.
I know it, my man. Ohio State represent. But anyway, let's talk about Arizona for a quick second here. Kyler Murray, you know, is carrying a football team, a subpar football team, and another guy I owe an apology to. I know it's early, halfway point through the season, but here's a guy who was smaller than Lamar Jackson.
Right.
But he is out there getting it done, man.
balling
He's
out
making
there.
some NFL throws. And Arizona's coming along. He gets a couple good draft picks and start building his team up. He can really do some stuff.
I was mostly impressed in that game because the guys who showed out for Arizona was all the rookies. You had the rookie wide receiver Andy Isabella, ball.
And that's a
nobody
great sign.
could catch him. They drafted him, I think, third round, middle of the third round, something like that. And you just have Kyler Murray, like you said, he's actually a stud. He's way better than I expected him. I thought
me too.
he'd get hit by one real linebacker and he'd be done, but he's looking
Jess
good.
is telling us to put a cork in it, but Mike, what do you think, man?
Well, yeah, you're knocking on my 49ers, which is my other team that I root for.
And I'm not knocking on them.
It was a good game. Arizona played above their abilities because Kyler Murray had probably his career game already.
Yeah.
It is for a loss, unfortunately, for them, but 49ers defense, they are really good.
Yeah,
They
they're
are
really good.
really,
Come
really
along.
good. There's a reason they won that game.
All right.
Yeah, because they played Arizona. All right, let's move on.
All right, so now we're going to move on to Reality Bites, all right?
It does bite.
Sometimes it does. Now, Reality Bites, for those of you who do not know, this is the part of the show where we talk about a player, a team, a coach, or whoever. What are you doing back there, Jess?
It's called flossing.
One of our producers here is flossing. But anyway, Reality Bites is about a team, a player, a coach, or whatever, who woke up this morning with kind of a new reality. Their life has been altered some way, football speaking. And Coop, we'll let you start off, man.
All right, well, I started it earlier. I'm going to just jump on where I left off here. Reality bites hard for Browns fans right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Really?
Browns fans finally have to submit to the fact that it's over. Okay, get your Buckeyes gear out. You know, put away that fashion nightmare, orange and brown, that eyesore for another year.
It's going to be all right.
Good to see you, Mikey.
But hey, like I said earlier, you could always replace that with that wait till next year shirt. And even though
I will never own one of those.
They're selling well, but they're on back order, and we're ready to fill some more. So reality bites hard for Browns fans who are living in reality.
Wow.
See, all that matters though is that we still got to play Pittsburgh twice, and we're gonna whoop them both games. So as long as we get that, we'll be all right.
That's where you hang your hat. That's where you're going to hang your hat.
Yep,
All right.
absolutely.
That is a wager in here somewhere.
Somewhere.
A good season's a season where the Browns beat the Steelers.
Absolutely. Like father, like son.
You guys are cute. You guys are so funny.
I think if the Browns beat the Steelers twice, he should have to fly out to Seattle and bring you like a 6-pack of Great Lakes beer.
Yes, okay, so my reality bites. This is gonna shock you guys. It's about the Browns.
Go figure.
Poor Browns.
And my reality bites is about our good friend Jermaine. What's his name?
Oh,
Whitehead. because
This
the
clown.
best
I can't
matchup.
believe he has white in his name after
The best matchup that Cleveland had yesterday, or actually today, wasn't during the game. It was Jermaine Whitehead versus L. Duncan from ESPN.
That was brutal.
Because she went off on him today on Get Up. She said that the dude, she first said that was a soft move, and she told him, woman up.
Ouch.
He's not in the category of man yet.
Oh.
He says he needs to woman up. So that was like his best matchup yet. So, but anyway, listen. This poor guy, what a moron. Okay, you're already, on a losing
But
football.
now people know what we're talking about.
Right, okay.
These
If-
are the
what happened.
Thank you. For those of you who just spoke up, Jermaine Whitehead, defensive back for the Cleveland Browns, after the game, saw a tweet from, what's his name? Duncan.
Dustin Fox.
a TV radio personality. Thank you, Mike. And he criticized his tackling ability or whatever. And and Jermaine didn't like that very much.
Not at all.
No, so he went on Twitter and just lost it.
Oh, he lost a lot.
He lost a
He
lot.
lost everything.
But,
He's working at the car wash right now.
but listen, guys, here on Reality Football with Heath and Coop, we try to keep this show positive, right?
We do.
We do. But we would be remiss if we didn't bring this up. So what Coop and I thought about, let's bring it up in a way that we don't offend anybody, but we help you understand.
Well, we want you to know what he said, but there are a certain demographic in our audience, we realize this, that might not know exactly what he meant.
Right.
So I think it'd be important to take what he said and maybe break it down a little bit. You think you could help him with that?
Yeah, like a translation sort of, right.
Exactly,
So
right.
there was some profanity and some racial, epithets, whatever. But we worked on some translations for you, what should I say?
Saltine America.
White America? We'll get to that. So you can understand what he
Fear
meant.
persuasion in our audience.
Perhaps if he would have worded it this way, he might have a job today. So Coop,
So Jermaine says in his tweet, let me
Let's
do
read-
you mind? Can I just?
you do that and I'll translate.
Jermaine says, "Don't get shot, little B."
Please do not let me resort to firearms. I have my CCW.
Is that what he said?
That's what he was trying to
That's
say.
what he meant.
Should have
That's
said
what he
that.
meant.
Right, okay.
He tweets, "Can you whoop my
A.
A?"
Mhm. Would you like to engage in fisticuffs?
Oh, wow, I
F-
understand that one.
Football.
Fooey on the gridiron.
He actually said, "Let me know if you need the address."
Could we possibly agree on a central location? See, it's all in the wording. It's all in the wording.
You're right.
Now, he sent on another tweet, too. What did he
Well,
say?
no, he actually gave the address.
Okay.
He said you could come meet him at. This is not you. We're talking about what's
Dustin Fox.
Dustin Fox. You can come meet me at 80. It's not even his own address. He gives the state 80.
The Browns facilities.
You gotta give the man credit for that.
Yeah.
But he said 80 Lou Groza Boulevard, Brea, Ohio 44017. Any effing day of the week. Cracker.
Okay. He said, follow all the crying fans, and my schedule is wide open. My saltine American brother.
It almost made me spit coffee.
Oh, wow.
See, it's all in the wording, guys. All in the wording, you know?
It's all us.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad you've softened everything up.
Yeah, so you guys aren't offended now,
At
are
least
you?
if he would have said salty in American, we could have been like, all right, he's being funny, he's just.
Exactly.
All right, so
But no.
What else you got?
so
Coop?
he says, "I'm gonna kill you, B.
Oh,
That's on blood."
thy life is forfeit. There shall be lots of hemoglobin.
All right, then how about this? He says, "Come get it in blood. B made a little boy. I'm out there with a broke hand. Nope, hang on, because he goes on. Don't get smoked. F.A. Cracker."
The life is worth it. Most likely a transfusion will be in order. Ascertain in hemoglobin, you female dog with canine privilege. Though incapacitated, do not provoke me to a fever pitch. Engage in Greek whoopee, you saltine cracker.
Amen.
Amen.
It sounded like you were preaching.
I know, it's a habit. I keep
Oh, man.
See, fellas, all in the wording.
All right.
He might be have a job today if he would have
just
just
might.
tweaked a few words.
Hey, I got one more for you. This is a bonus one. He
Oh
said-
my goodness, I'm about to do this one off the cuff.
He says, let me ask you something else. Help the white people out. What is he axing them?
Pardon me. I can't do this.
Pardon me. Inquisitive minds need to know.
Thank you. There you go.
All
Let's see
right.
there.
White people, you're welcome.
We try to help out everybody on this show.
Are you ready for
Jermaine, if you're listening, I'll do all your PR from here on out. You know, you tell me what you want to say. I'll rewrite
Can
it
I
for
help
you.
him at the car wash?
Matter of fact, my car is kind of dirty out there. I may have to go check him
Bye,
out.
Well, he needs a job, Mike, so
He does.
you want to call
He
him.
does.
All
All right, that was Reality
Yeah,
Bites.
Cowboys will
Let's
take
be
it.
honest, he sucked anyway. I had to tackle better than this guy.
Okay, time for our favorite part of the show.
Yes.
Okay, so just to catch you up to speed, this is where we answer the viewer mail.
Okay.
So we get emails from people, and we have a pretty savvy audience, right? They're sending us questions or statements, more or less. And we'll either agree with them or disagree with them. Okay, so this is a section that we like to call
Dude, you're
You
tripping.
tripping.
And for some reason, I'm not allowed to read them beforehand, so I have it. But if you would like
It's
to
more
be,
fun that way.
yeah, okay. If you would like to have your statement read on our show, as you can see, the address is realityfootball1@gmail.com. And I just want to thank all of our viewers who, because we forgot to mention it last week, we and our idiot, our director had the nerve to point that out on the show. But you still wrote in, and we just want to say thank you for that. So please, realityfootball1@gmail.com. We also want to remind you to go on YouTube and please hit the subscribe button and the like button.
All right.
All right.
Well, hey, this Dude You Trippin' actually is brought to us tonight by Into the Light Productions. And Into the Light Productions is the one doing the Christmas Spectacular at the Lion Theater.
Okay.
So, we'll touch on that a little bit later.
All right.
But we would like to point out that we're running a contest now.
Yes.
So this contest, if I have this right, they've donated a couple tickets to
Two
the
tickets
show.
to the play from
So-
director and writer Edie Bowman herself.
So Edie was kind enough to donate a couple tickets, and we're going to give those tickets away. It's for December 21st, and it's a Christmas spectacular. If you have, let's say, the best Dude You Trippin' email over the next couple, let's go 2 weeks.
Go 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I got an
Sounds
idea.
good.
How about we give away something every 2 weeks?
That works for me.
All right.
I'm giving away him.
He couldn't get along without me, so don't even buy that
Does
one.
great yard work.
Yeah, he's lying.
Come over and do your dishes.
I'm good at the kitchen.
No, don't say that. We won't get any. Nobody wants you in their kitchen.
Yeah, you know. Hey,
All right, so are you ready?
I'm ready to do
All
this.
right, let's do this. First one tonight comes from Cecil. Cecil says that second wild card spot in the AFC is now anybody's game. Hang on. Get ready. You're going to like this. And I think the Steelers will slide into the playoffs while everybody's looking at the Colts.
That's some wishful thinking.
Anybody talking to you, okay? Gee, you know,
We'll get to the guest in a minute.
He couldn't help himself. Anyway, I would have said, dude, you're tripping. I think I did. Someone had a similar question a week or so ago. But you might be right, Cecil. Yesterday taught me a couple of things about my squad. Number one is Mason Rudolph is fearless. can they have a stick or something to throw over there? And our defense is something special. I didn't even know we were second in the league in turnovers behind New England. And Mika Fitzpatrick with another interception. If we can keep playing solid defense like that, we might have a shot. So it's not far-fetched. You got something to say?
I mean, it's possible, but that's just assuming that you're going to somehow beat the Browns in a couple weeks, which is.
Okay, so now let's put a new twist on the section.
Oh, no.
Because now, do you
Ravens-
trip?
You trade it. Come on.
We all know the Ravens are going to spank you. We already know that again.
Ravens are going to
And
take the division.
We're going to
They're
get
gonna
the.
We're talking about a wild card, so
Okay.
Yeah.
do the Steelers
It's a
have a shot
possibility,
at
yes. They do have a shot, but
That's all I need to hear.
they have to do.
You stop
it is
talking.
like-
They have to be better than the Browns.
And the
which
Chargers.
Duh.
is possible, but we'll see. We'll see when that time gets there. I don't think they're better than
Your
the
boy
Chargers
is
or the
over here
Bills.
sweating
though.
because
Right.
he's making this up as he goes
so
along.
you have the that the Patriots are going to take the division. You've got the Bills.
You got the
right, you know,
Bills.
so
I think
Bills
the
got one
Chargers
spot.
are going to get the second.
Chargers are in line for that second spot.
Right. If the Colts
the
don't,
Colts,
it's the same. The Colts don't. Houston's obviously.
But
Houston
Cecil's
seems
first
like
part of the
Houston's
statement
going
is
to win that.
accurate. It's
Yeah.
wide open.
It is.
It's
It
wide
is.
open.
It
definitely
is
is.
wide open. Do the Steelers have a shot? Sure.
Yeah.
I can't say did you trip it
Right.
because it's, at this point.
That's
it's
all I'm
anybody's game.
saying. That's the best
So-
I can say.
All right. Nice email, Steve.
All right.
Which is quite a thing considering they don't have Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, or Le'Veon.
Quite a thing, absolutely. Even being
They
500 right
lost
now.
Shazier. They lost all of Terrence.
And look at the
Somehow
closest we
they're
lost
still
by a
going
field
together.
goal or whatever, man.
Right.
So
All right.
This is
Moving on. From Terrence. We got to keep these things moving. We got time
Yeah.
limit with it.
he don't want to let it go.
No, he's
He's
not.
alive.
No, keep
You've been
piling-
staring at me all night like this.
We're gonna pile on the Steelers. We're just waiting for a chance. There's another chance. I'll give you one more time. You can
I've
pile
taught
on.
him well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
he's been quiet on the Steelers. I have to do something.
Well, you know, he told me coming in tonight. He said, Mikey will pile on so hard, I can sit back and not into the wrath of Keith. So
Fair.
he's got to live with him after you leave to go
It's
back
true.
home.
I get to
So
fly
we'll-
3,000
yeah.
I'm
miles
gonna take
away.
it out on him, so don't worry.
All right, from Terrence. The Dolphins can't even lose right.
True.
Miami is so bad they can't even tank.
You are so right. You know, I argued a week ago, sir, that, you know, these are professionals. They're not tanking this game. They're playing for pride because what you put on tape has to do with your further career with possible other teams. So I just didn't buy into the whole tanking thing. But, you know, really, though, I mean, come on. At this point in the game, you guys need a quarterback desperately. Why are you trying to win now?
Right.
Especially with the Bengals messing up. So you're absolutely right on that one.
It seemed obvious they were trying to tank once they were up 2 touchdowns on the Steelers a couple weeks. What was that, last week? But then even then, they decided, oh, wait, no, we're actually trying to get that first pick.
You had to
So
make this
we're
about
gonna
Pittsburgh,
keep
didn't you?
losing.
No, we came back and won the game.
Because they're trying to
Oh, my
tank.
God.
But then this week, those
Hey,
wrench
get your
in my
son, man.
argument.
Get your son. He's out of control.
Well, they threw a wrench in his argument by winning
Because
this
they
past
beat the
week.
Jets.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the Jets, you got the Bengals, you got the Dolphins, who
you've
are
got the
all
Raiders.
just kind of circling the drain.
I know, Raiders are 500 now.
Raiders
that's
Raiders
true.
are
I thought the
actually.
Redskins instead of the Raiders.
Raiders might
That-
be in
that's
that
what I was-
wild card hunt.
that's
Yeah,
The
what
Redskins are a one
Redskins.
in something team,
Yeah.
1-17.
Something like
So,
that.
so you have these teams that are circling the drain right now, but you know, from the perspective of the Dolphins, though, you know, you really are going after that pick because you have 3 first-rounders as it is. You want to move up in that.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
You have a
Right.
good opportunity to grab that best player coming out of
Right.
college right now. Why in the world would you just take a time
Right.
like this
Right.
to lose or to win against the Jets
Yeah.
and lose that draft pick?
Yeah.
Right. It's funny, too, because the best player in college is actually a defensive end who plays for the Buckeyes, but everyone wants a quarterback.
Oh,
so that's
wait.
what it's the rush for.
I know, baby. We don't need a quarterback.
We come together on some things, all right? Okay. You shut up.
So this next one, we haven't heard from dude for a minute.
Oh, no, don't
Yes.
tell me.
So Pizza
Guy, I knew it.
Pizza Guy 16's back in it. And of course, he's got to come hard with the Cowboys. He said,
My man.
everyone-
Pizza
I
Guy.
love you, man. Isn't he
they're
great?
being a hater. Everyone thinks that the Cowboys have their place in the playoffs. But I'm calling it right now. They will choke on all of their out-of-division games, and Philly will win the East.
Okay.
Strong
I haven't
words.
been able to say, dude, you're tripping. They haven't said it yet.
We'll
Because-
say it.
No, because you're dead on. You know, I mean, no, that ain't your job. Get the camera over here. Anyway, you are absolutely right. Because number one, Philly got their deep threat back yesterday in Deshaun Jackson. That's going to make a major difference. So Dallas, who is struggling offensively since the fourth game of the season, I think they're going to falter big time outside the division, and Philly's going to take it.
Dude, Dallas had the.
Hey, ain't nobody talking to you. Go ahead. You don't get the comment.
Offense coming into the season here, and they just got healthy again. They're going to be fine. Plus, they've run the table in the division.
I think a lot of this comes down to actually the game that's going to be on later on here is between Dallas and New York. If they lose to New York, that's going to be a lot of red flags.
That's going to tell a lot right there, isn't it?
Tell a lot. If they lose to New York, then I don't.
Losing a division game is
I
one
might
thing,
have
but
to agree
now,
with this guy. But
what
yeah,
do you think,
we'll see.
Skid?
I think if they lose tonight, they're just in the same position the Browns are in. I hate
Look
to
at
say
that
it,
face.
but
Come on, you're going to compare Dallas to the Browns?
if they don't
Come
beat
on.
the Giants tonight with the schedule they got coming up, they got to play Philly again. Philly's healthy.
They
You don't
haven't
you don't
lost
like
in the
the
division yet. So as far as the division
Keep it coming,
goes,
pizza guy.
You
But
know,
you have to win other games in your division.
You do, but we don't have. We already played the tough ones that were out of division there. We don't have the Saints again. Some of these other teams that are in our division still have to go through the tough part of their schedule.
That's true.
So we're
true.
fine.
Okay.
The only
All
thing
right.
they have is Philly. They're just off and on. You
Pizza
never
guy
know
made
with
me
them.
hungry. Do you have any pizza in tonight?
Well, but there's a nice piece of lasagna waiting for us when we get
No
done.
showcase chicken
I know that
or
that pizza we had the other night. What was it? Jets
Pizza.
Jets pizza.
I'm from Washington. There ain't no pizza like that out there.
Geno's, Copley Road. That's where you get pizza.
Dude, none of these people are paying us to sponsor. So
I'm just mentioning what I like to eat.
Geno's, holler at us.
Showcase, holler at me.
Yes. All right. Let's Actually, you know what? Let's get some more sponsors. Who else do we have? All right. What's the next one?
Next one is from Karen W. She says, I heard that the Pro Bowl is going to be in Orlando. Is this true?
I heard it.
I heard it.
Now, is that this year or is it next year?
It's supposed to be this year. I
Hold
think.
on a minute. That's not a dude you tripping. That's a question, not a statement.
It's true.
Maybe she just wants to know. She knows where to go to.
What is this information?
Hey,
That's how we have Google. Right?
Karen, listen. I appreciate that you come to us to
Google.
get your information. No, thank you for being a fan of the show and taking the time to ask us. I don't know.
Google.
But all kidding aside, if they don't want to go to the football game, they always go to Disney World afterwards. If the game is being run by Mickey or
it's a
Goofy
lot
or...
cheaper to fly to Orlando than it is to Hawaii.
Well, it is. It is.
Sure.
I would love to go to
A
a
lot of
Pro
people
Bowl.
can drive
Have you been to
there.
a Pro Bowl?
First of all, you show out of touch. The Pro Bowl hasn't been in Hawaii. I don't know when. It's in
Couple
Florida.
years ago, right?
No.
No, like a year or two ago, it was in Hawaii.
Was it?
Yeah, the first year Miles Garrett, Cleveland Browns.
When was the last time you watched the Pro Bowl?
I watch it every year.
When
Some
Stallworth
of
was
it.
quarterback?
Last time.
Who?
When Stallworth was
Who is
quarterback?
Stallworth?
It's a Dallas reference. Don't you remember?
What?
What is he
Been a
talking about? Check his cups.
He's got coffee in it.
How do you get that coffee? And I get like coffee.
Here's to the Pro Bowl, guys.
Here's to the Pro
right.
Bowl. All right.
I'm
Move
going to
on.
Orlando.
Move on.
Hawaii. I don't know.
Number 5
Please.
from Bubble Z.
Sorry, Karen.
Who?
Bubble Z.
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. It's Cap Z, but it's Bubbles.
It's
Okay.
Bubbles with the capital Z.
It's probably your sister again.
Yeah, doubt it.
Baker Mayfield looked like he out-partied Johnny Manziel in the post-game interview. He needs to hire an image consultant.
Actually, she said he need to hire.
No, dude.
I
do
just
do
say-
that, you tripping.
Yeah,
And I'm going
he's
to tell you
tripping.
why. That's the best image I've seen yet.
And the problem is,
I'm not going to tell you why, because it's part of his rant, but I love it.
No, that
He doesn't
please
look
tell
like-
us
Okay,
why.
because you look like a 70s porn star. That was like the best thing going on about the Browns yesterday, man. This guy looked like he was standing in line somewhere ordering bratwurst. You know what I mean? Talking about doll bears. I loved it. It was great. Don't change that.
I don't know. I don't think he looked like he out-partied Johnny Manziel. He looked kind of more like a divorced dad who was just struggling trying to figure something out. So if anything, you might need to party a little more so he can throw more touchdowns than how many times he shaves per day. Unfortunately.
If the dude was putting up points, I'd say you could come out with a shave your eyebrow every touchdown. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's funny though, like when you're in Jacksonville, it's Minshew Mania in Cleveland. You idiot! What are you doing?
But even Minshew Mania is kind of calmed down a little bit.
He's definitely. He's done.
All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for sending the emails. Remember, next time along, the next 2 weeks, we'll start it next week.
Mm-hmm.
The best email that we get from you guys, you're getting 2 tickets to go see this Christmas spectacular.
Hey, yep. Now, I get tired looking at all these ugly mugs.
Talking about the mug.
I'm talking about these faces.
Oh.
Let's cuten the show up a little bit. I got a friend. As cute as a button, and I want her to come on here, and she's a football wizard. She knows everything there is to know about football. And she's, how old are you? 11? Come on, Serenity. This is my girl. Look at this cute. Look, is you get any cuter than this? What you know about football?
I don't watch it.
You don't watch it at all. I told she's a genius, so that means you're a Browns fan then, right?
My heart.
Say yes.
Sure.
Yes.
There we go. All right.
Okay, so you know about as much as the average Browns fan about football.
Mike, you want to
Shots fired.
introduce you?
This is my daughter, Serenity. She's about to turn 11 years old here next week. And
Next week.
she knows absolutely nothing about football.
But you know you've got like 1,200 people that are out there wishing you a happy birthday right now.
And while we're on camera, tell everybody what Uncle Keith told you earlier today about boys.
Oh, to not ever talk to them.
Or what's going to happen.
No, I forgot.
I'm coming up to your school with a shower cap on, a fake gold tooth, some flip-flops, and some culottes. And I'm going to be like, where Serenity is? You don't want that to happen, right?
No.
All right, get out of here.
Well, hang on, wait, don't go away. Sit up here on his lap. Tell him what you want for Kwanzaa. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You want one of those tops you spin? Wait, what do you do for...
Those are the dreidels, aren't they?
Right, the dreidel.
Smart.
She wants a Kwanzaa dreidel.
We'll see what we can do, all right? Actually, there's like...
See, we have diversity on our
we got a
show.
whole stable of beautiful young ladies back here.
It's true, we do.
Where you at, ladies? Say something. Hey! We call that the peanut gallery. And thank you so much, Serenity. It's good to see you.
Me too.
All right. I meant what I said.
All right, go Browns.
Go Browns.
Keep going. Keep going.
Go Browns. Take the Cavs with you. All right,
Hey,
so moving on.
how about some sponsors?
Okay. Let's move into, actually, you know what we need to do?
What?
We didn't rant yet.
Oh, we didn't have rant yet. Yes.
No, so we actually, I prepared a good one for tonight.
Well, as always, you go first, my brother.
Well, thank you very much. So this is our reality check part of the show. All right. I wish we did have a sponsor for this reality check. We could use a sponsor. So like if I don't know, Dracar or somebody wants to step up. Sure.
Oh, you pulled one out there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I
Don't
don't
date
know.
yourself.
Whatever. The reason I'm saying that is because
You should get Vaseline.
we could.
Just great sponsor for you.
Yes, especially when we're on a 49ers week.
That's
We'll talk
a
about Pam.
Kenmore story. We'll tell that another time.
It's a Pam story.
Yes, it is.
Hi, Pam. See, there's a shout out. We worked it in, didn't we?
I'm tired of her dominating this show.
Hey. All right. Now, in all seriousness, I just want to start by saying Odell Beckham
God.
Jr.
Here we go.
actually has
Hey, Mike.
a cleat plan from Nike. Did you know this? You're a Browns fan.
Yes.
He has a cleat plan.
He does.
They map out the cleats that he's going to wear every single week. That's where this problem stemmed from yesterday. Okay, so you guys know what I'm talking about by now. We're referring to this whole shoegate or whatever it was.
It's stupid. Who cares what the football players are
He
wearing?
had to go into the locker room at halftime and change his cleats because he had these clown shoes. And I'm not talking about he had some
Well, they were the Joker. Come on, they were cool.
orange and brown shoes that made him look like a clown. He literally actually had clown shoes because he's promoting the Joker or something or whether. I'm a Batman fan. I like that's not the point. The point of all of this is the NFL has rules for a reason. Now they've actually lightened the rules a little bit. They've loosened their guidelines, let them do what they want to do in pregame. So if you're out there warming up, you can wear whatever you want. You can wear the shoes that are just toes in them for whatever you want. Okay, make your fashion statement. Do what you got to do. When the game starts, there's a dress code for a reason. The NFL has a brand. They are a brand. They need to make sure that they maintain the integrity of all of that. So when you've got these guys out there turning this into a circus sideshow by wearing clown shoes or anything else, you've got to reel it back in a little bit. Okay? I'm just saying, unless that's the plan all along. I mean, Odell might have wanted to distract from the game and his play on the field. And if that's the case, then, go barefoot next week and see what happens. Take something away from the lack of, game time you're getting. Pace up and down on the sidelines when you're there in your bare feet. Make some sort of statement that way. But my goodness. And if I was the NFL, I wouldn't stop at the dress code that they have. And it's a good one. It's a long one. The dress code, they know their players well enough to know that they don't just have five pages of dress code.
He kept it clear.
They made an illustration for these goofballs so that they can see what's in violation. They had to spell it out like they're in kindergarten. And quite frankly, some of them seem to act like they're in kindergarten. Okay, so if I was in the NFL, I wouldn't just suspend these guys or fine them for what they're wearing on the field. If you're going to go so far as to, like my rant in previous weeks, to attack these players or fine them or suspend them for things that they're doing off the field, and you know what I'm talking about, why not, if they're affecting the integrity of your brand, fine them for that too. When you see Odell wearing a suit, like a fleur-de-lis print suit, with Angus Young from AC/DC shorts, I think he should have to pay like $10,000 to Coach for Kids or something. Fine him for that.
Okay. You're way over your minutes here. Okay.
See, I agree with you. The problem is you look at all these other players like Stephon Diggs from the Vikings wears these bright orange shoes, and no one says.
But hold on, that's my point.
But then Odell wears some Joker shoes.
Here's the deal. And here's my rant for today. Okay. Well, for the first time, we have almost the same rant. All right. Except my reality check is a little bit different because leave it to Coop to totally miss the whole point of what he's talking about. Now, you're talking about NFL sponsorship and rules and dress code regulations and all that stuff. I'm talking about when you are a 2-6 football team, the last thing you need is distractions like this. I watched the whole NFL show today, and when they talked about the Browns, instead of the poor play, the horrible coaching, the undisciplined offensive line, the penalties, the mistakes, the turnovers, we're talking about Odell Beckham and Landry Jones' shoes. And now they had to go in and change it at halftime.
It might be bad design.
Also, not to mention, they showed a picture of Baker Mayfield coming into the stadium with a full beard.
Right.
Okay. During game time, he had the
Fu Manchu,
and then he shaved again. Why is all these things going on during a football game? The last thing you need is distractions right now.
What else do you have to report on if you're winning?
That's my whole point. You need to start reporting on about winning. You know what? Here's my thing. I agree with something Mikey alluded to earlier. I'll go back even further. Jerry Rice, man. Dude was huge about his appearance. He was meticulous. Everything had to be laid out, pressed. Deion Sanders the same way. Nobody said a word, but that's because they were winning.
You look good.
You play good. You play good. You get paid good. Exactly. So there's the whole thing. But come on, you're not doing none of that stuff yet. So
Hey, some of the pimp suits that this dude's wearing, though, I mean, this stuff that Deion Sanders wouldn't be caught dead in. You know,
And I've seen a lot.
But I'm not sure who does the policing. But one thing that I found out when I was looking up this whole the 5-page policy on the wardrobe was that they have a person from the NFL. They're paid NFL employee at every single team location. That their job is to make sure they're in compliance with the uniform. I want a job application. NFL, if you're looking, I will protect your image. I'll make sure that these guys comply. I'll even bring some scissors to the locker room. We'll donate to Locks of Love with some of these goofy guys.
This is why I pray for you so much.
I don't even care what team you put me in. Nowhere where there's a bunch of snow or anything. But hey, okay, so I know these guys are at work. They should know better. Okay, this is their job that they show up to.
Absolutely.
When you look around today at some of the way people show up to work, though, I kind of get it. I'm not defending it, but I kind of get it. When you see people in pajamas and Crocs and flip-flops and sandals showing up to work, it's no wonder that because in all reality, the guys that we're talking about, these men, are really 20-something-year-old kids showing up to work without
and a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money and no sense.
No sense.
You know, so somebody give them some direction. Hire a fashion consultant.
They got a lot of dollars and very little sense. I think that sums it up.
Yep.
All right. Hey, let's talk about some sponsors real quick.
All right.
All right.
We got our Bad Latitude.
Bad Latitude.
Custom Creations. If you need anything from a team shop, embroidery, custom screen printing, Bad Latitude is the place to go.
All right. We have House of Restoration, West Akron House Church. Pastor Bertha Butler, I know her dearly. She happens to be my mother, a church dedicated to restoring people back to God. Whatever your needs are, give them a call. What else you got?
That's it.
Well, don't forget One Drum, One Sound.
That's right.
Kids teaching kids how to play drums on YouTube. And we also have
Sit Still
Sit Still Photography, the very best in personal photography. Yours truly. Give me a call. I'll do you right. And also, we want to mention Into the Light Productions.
That's right.
Oh, that's the play that we're going to be sponsoring December 21st. That we put on a great performance in Maslin, and we got 2 tickets. We'll be giving away in a couple weeks.
We also have our co-producer over here, who is a realtor that's always looking for new business.
I don't know. I think she's more of a dancer.
She's a dancer / realtor. If you could get a picture.
Come on over here, Jess.
Jess flossing.
You want a floss lesson?
If you need a floss lesson, or if you're looking to buy or sell a home, please contact Jess. We'll make sure that you have her information here running through our ticker as well.
Why wouldn't you want her for a realtor? I mean,
I can teach you really awkward
she's a
dance
gem.
moves.
And
You
dance.
really? Okay.
Can you teach him that? Would you please?
No.
That's a whole other show.
We want to see
No,
that
you don't. You don't want to do that. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate it.
next time.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We'd be remiss if we didn't bring on our esteemed director over here and producer. Your son,
My son,
Mr. Remington Cooper. We
Mr.
got your son and your son on here. Oh, we missed
Mr.
it.
Remington
Is Steele. Come on over here, Rem. What's going on with your brother?
Oh, you know, not much.
All right. Any new with the show? Anything new?
No, not really. Same thing as last week with the 2 cameras.
Oh, I think you did something different with the mics here.
Oh yeah, the mics are hanging from the ceiling.
Oh,
I didn't get
and
that.
you did something different with your hair this
Oh
week.
yeah, it's in got the old.
I really wouldn't brag about
scrunchy.
that. Not really.
I'm almost positive I cash apped you for a haircut this week. So,
What happened?
I want to know where that money went.
Hey, you're doing a great job, man.
I cash apped you for a haircut. Somehow there's some white claws.
He
in
cannot
there.
talk. Hey, Remy, call me for pictures. He can't talk, dude.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, all right. We appreciate those guys. Got your son on here, who is a phenomenal guitar player,
I try my best.
and we didn't think about it, but next time we're gonna get some playing from you, maybe, huh?
All right, let's do it.
All right, man. You got a new guitar.
I do. It's a beautiful Fender Telecaster
Oh,
Elite.
it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah, all right. Got a lot of good musicians gonna have coming up on here, and
We got a theme song coming.
got a theme song coming from the band Rock Generation. So that's going to be awesome. It's going to be done in multiple formats. So that's going to be fun. So look for Danny, Curly, Guy, and yours truly to put that out there. Now, Skinner is going to be doing a segment on our show here in the very, very near future. We're looking forward to getting his brand of unique humor.
We haven't told him what his segment is.
Exactly. You don't know yet.
And for that matter, Fisher, I know you're watching. We haven't quite told Fisher what he's doing yet either, but we've got some
Poor
good
guys.
stuff planned for him. So
You excited, Skinner?
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a lot of
welcome
fun, man.
aboard, brother. It's gonna be interesting.
Now, I understand there's some lasagna upstairs for me.
There is some
There's
lasagna.
some- okay, well, you're doing good then, man. Dude, it was so good to have you.
I appreciate
You were awesome.
It was a good time.
All right, let's call a truce right now,
No,
okay?
go
We're-
Browns. I'll never call a truce.
Thanks for flying all the way here just to be on the show.
Absolutely.
Hey, get on my nerves.
Expense it to him.
All right, my brother. All right,
Fun.
diggity.
Always a pleasure.
All right, from
Hey.
all of us here at Reality Football with Keith and Coop, I'm Keith.
I'm Coop.
See you next time.
All right, Keith. So it's just like this. No. The hips. It's in the hips. Come on. He can't dance. Give up.